Hi everyone, this is me again. In this occasion, we're gonna learn many things. We're gonna create an installation of MySQL through NodeJS. It's going to be very funny, so I need you to pay attention because we're gonna see many things. Even though this video is going to take very few amount of time, let's do it. Installing MySQL through NodeJS. So you may be wondering, is possible to use Node.js with MySQL? Yes, that is something that we will learn now, and that is to be honest, is going to be very interesting. Okay. So the first thing is that we will need this command here, npm install y. In the last tutorial that I created a project with you, I created a project that was a basic application to challenges. So let's go to that directory. Sorry. Let's go to that directory here. And here I am going to put, for example, basic JS basic challenges. Now we're gonna clear, and what I'm going to do is super interesting. I'm just going to run npm install MySQL, as simple as that. npm e MySQL, just like that, and it will install MySQL. Give me a second, I have to open the door. Okay, apparently it was installed, but it is choosing a different dependency. npm audit let's see something. Let's see if in the package is installed the MySQL, because sometimes it gives us this error, but this is not something that is stopping it. Okay, so as you can see, actually it is installed. Those errors of dependencies are very common, as I told you in another video before. Those errors are super common. So what I'm going to do is very simple. I am just going to try to make a connection, and to make it is going to be super interesting. You will see why. Look, we have different ways of creating the database. The first way is to use, for example, adminer. An adminer is an MySQL visualizer. So we will be able to see the database through this manager. But actually I have PHP myadmin, so I won't install that at this moment. what I'm going to do is just to create a database. How I'm going to do that? I'm just going to copy this here. This is a dump database, okay? And after copying it, I'm going to open the MySQL, but by the XAMPP, and in here, I am going to go to Apache, all those things, and I am going to open the localhost phpMyAdmin. Let me put the clock to run. Let me see, creating and installing MySQL with NodeJS. MySQL database. Save. Start. Okay, this is too large. I mean, just make it stable again. Okay, now I am going to just go to the SQL partner here, and in here I'm going to paste this dump database. I'm not gonna make anything else. This created the database, as you may be able to see, and the database is called SiteBond. Now what I'm going to do is just to go to the connection of the database. How I'm going to do that? Well, I am going to create a file that is going to be called app.js. After that, we are going to, I am taking the whole tutorial because I want to see that everything is actually well done here, because if there is something here that is not working, then it is going to break and it is going to be very complicated to fix it. Let's go with the installation of NodeMon. What is NodeMon? NodeMon is a package that automatically restarts the application when every change is detected on the files. Actually, we have light server. So being honest, we don't need NodeMon or NodeMon. But the thing with NodeMon is that I think that it works on the server side, and light server does not work with the server side. So that is kind of the thing that makes NodeMon more and also NodeMon is how can I say it, has more time on the market than light server. Light server actually has a lot of time, but NodeMon is more used. You can even look for it. There is a website to compare packages of Node.js that I will show you later, okay? So let's install here NodeMon just for the server side, because as I said before, light server does the same thing in a certain way. So we're gonna install the NodeMon. This is going to take a little bit of time, and while it is installing, let's create the app file with this code that is here. Okay, it was installed, all right? So now let's create the app file, doge app.js. Now I am going to code app.js. And in here I'm going to paste this, save, and as you can see, this is working as I am expecting. You see that this require is not giving exactly an error. It is because I have installed this already, and we can check that it's installed on the package JSON here. Okay, perfect. We got everything we needed. So we now just need to execute the query. For executing the query is super simple. We're going to create a connection to the database, and also we're going to make a select, for example. And that's it. Let's do it. Let's go to the app here, and in here you see this function that is create connection. Down here I can create either another file, or I can even make this in the same file. So for us not to waste time, let's do it in the same file. So let's do it here. Sorry, this is going to be in the middle here. Why? Because this is an end, and also this con has already been created. And something that I have to tell you is that this is going to be replacing this here. As you can see here, it says be sure to replace. So I am going to put a admiration sign here for to be sure that it is working. So after that, I am going to just make the select. It's as simple as that. How I do the select? Here, down here, boop. I put this, Control Alt Shift to make the, sorry, Alt Majus, Alt block major, or the key that is upper the shift, and F, and it formats the code. Okay, now this should be working. I mean, as simple as that. This is going to be what the data will return. And but before we do that, let's do it with this thing here, because I like it formatted. Okay, when I say formatted, I mean that I want it to be not like ugly or something like that. I want it in a formatted way. Okay, formatted way. So at the end, it will be shown like this. Let's see how it runs. Okay, to run it is just node app.js. Maybe you are asking, Reina, how do you know all these things if you didn't do it before? Well, because as I told you before, I have experience with NodeJS. It's not to make an arrogancy way of saying it. It's just, look, here we got an error connecting to that. It's just telling you that I can go through the file here, through this text faster, because I have done these kind of things many times. Okay, here we have an error, and is that access denied for localhost. So the thing is that we don't need a password. That is the problem, maybe. Let's try again. And also the user should be root. Let's try again. And there you go. Look, there you go. Michael, whatever, those are the data from the database. Yes. But it is showing an error. I don't know why. Let me see. Okay, let's do something better. Let's put this up here and let's remove this one here. Let's make it again. Connection established, and as you can see, here is the data. Let's put we can even put, for example, console.log, and we can put like a line here, a division line, and we run again, and as you can see, it is divided, well formatted, and that data is the data that was in the database. So see you in the next video. Hope that you have learned much. As you can see, it was super simple. For at least for me, this is kind of simple because I have done it many times in the time before. PHP and MySQL and JavaScript are the three languages that I dominate in a way that is very experimented. I mean, I can do, for example, WordPress templates from scratch. I can convert a design into a whole website with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and adding the database with PHP and even Node.js. As you can see right now, I am using Node.js with MySQL, which is something that many people will say that is very cool. Being honest, I don't like to use MySQL with Node.js because there are better databases to Node.js. If you're gonna use Node.js, I suggest you to use databases that are NoSQL or GraphQL. I mean, there are many options, but MySQL is a database that is relational. And the thing is that when you use MySQL, is for a project that you know that it will take much time, and you will make it with patience, and like, how can I say it? Like in a very professional way. But if you are going to use JavaScript with Node.js, it happens the same. But the thing is that MySQL was not like with the purpose to be used with JavaScript. Why? Because you have to mix two things that work in a different way. How I know that and why I say this? Well, MySQL needs a server to handle the management of it, but there are other databases that are just making the request and you receive the data, and that is better for JavaScript than MySQL, because in MySQL you have to make a whole connection with the whole credentials and all those things. You also have to do the same with the other databases, but when you do it in JavaScript, you are making it like in a way that is kind of cifrated, it's more secure in other databases than in MySQL with JavaScript. With PHP, you can make it secure with many ways that are available right now, being honest. And the truth is that when you put it online, the person that is watching the website with PHP is not able to see the server-side language. I mean, there are people that maybe can break this, but it takes a lot of time, and also is not is even detectable for criminal. It is like a criminal attempt to try to see the server side of a website created with PHP, because the server side is pure private. It's server side, and if you have used all the security that you needed to use, and someone breaks it down, that person should be put into jail. And I say it because I have never done that, even though I know how to do it. But I never have broken down a website by the server side, because for me it does not even have like an advantage. At the end, I won't gain anything good from it. So remember that Jesus Christ loved you, and thank you for staying until now. Bye bye.